Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Today, rackets from Singapore? Stay tuned. All right, coffee sponsor of today, Joseph. It's Jozef. Joseph writes, why you don't use heavier racket instead of customizing yours with 40 grams of lead? There is no racket on the market that you like in stock form. That's a great question, actually. I used to take a 10-ounce racket before strings, so it's about 10 and a half, and weigh it to about 13.3. Because I like the feel of that racket, kind of the hollowness of it with the power. It was a 4.495, and those rackets weren't being made anymore, and they didn't make a heavy version. So the only way I could customize it to the way I liked was to continue to add lead to it. I mean, you see actually some people, they take lighter rackets just because they like to balance the beam and just start weighing it up, because in a heavier version, the beam might be thinner and it may not be as powerful. So that's the advantages of taking a lighter racket and weighing it up. As for adding 40 grams, I mean, if there was a 330 gram racket or a 13.3 ounce racket, aside from like a Roger or a Yonex, Percept 97H, I mean, there aren't many rackets that are heavy out there. So, but I mean, I'm always on the lookout for a racket that I don't have to customize, and maybe someday I will find it. All right. Thank you, Joseph, for the coffee. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the question. If you want to be my coffee sponsor of the day, network is buymeacoffee.com/tennis spin. If you want to just hook up the channel, super thanks is the way. Link is below. Thanks to you guys, and thanks for the questions. I appreciate those two. All right, so today, my buddy Feng, James, all the way from Singapore, sent me a couple rackets. He had done this before a couple years ago, and I think there were Pure Drives. Let's see what they are today. It looks like they're Pure Drives. Okay, with a lot of lead on it. He wrote me a note. All right. Dearest Jedi Harry, here's Pure Drive Tour. One with ALU power, another with Polytour Pro. Can you weight, swing weight, balance, and play test, then review them? Sure, I'll test them out for you. So what we have here are Pure Drive Tours. This one's got boatload of lead on it. And when I mean boatload, I mean boatload. That's a lot of lead. And then the other one doesn't have quite as much, but still pretty significant. I'm gonna distinguish the two with the dampeners. This is Yonex dampener and Wilson dampener. So Y damp, W damp. Let's see what you got here, buddy. Looks like you're addicted to lead, just like me. Looks like there might be more lead here than racket. All right, Y dampener. 370. Whew. W dampener. Whoa, 402. That's a big number there. Okay. Woo-wee. Check the $33.5, it looks like. Yep. 33.5 centimeters. That's with the W. He's got an overgrip on here in both of these too. Oh. 32.5. Okay. 325 and 335. Swing weight graffiti 417. 417 on the swing weight. Highest I've ever done. And we hit the measure. Graffiti says 360. So swing weight is 360 on the lighter one. Wow, that's a big difference. 360 to 417. All right, so I have to say, when I tell people I got a 2x4 sometimes, well, this is a 2x4 with a baseball bat barrel is what it feels like a wooden baseball bat barrel. This thing is like, let's see. Yeah, interestingly, it's not falling off. Because there's a lot of lead on this one. This one's a little less. This is more like what I'm used to. This is interesting. Look at that. But this one, I'm surprised it's not doing this.
Oh, this could be it, Harry. Oh, Harry, great contact. Now, the idea, Harry, is we need it to land in the blue. I know you're kind of starting out here. Let's try it again, Harry. Somewhere in the blue space on the other side of the net. Harry, that's a great shot. I think you even hit it on the blue on court 3, Harry. It's okay. I didn't really specifically say our court. I just said blue. So job well done. Let's try again. Keep it in our space on our court. Here it says number 1. Here we go, Harry. Give it a shot. Oh, Harry. No, I didn't say hit the number 1.
Want a coach with positive energy like Coach Rob? Find what your game is looking for at playyourcourt.com.
Oh, Harry, you swung and missed. I bet you can watch the ball a little longer. Try to keep your head still. Oh, Harry, nice try.
10 Yi Feng. James! You put overgrips on it too, which adds weight. There is lead in the throat side of both. I mean, I do this to my own, and I enjoy it, but not to this extent. I've always probably wanted to, but didn't want to waste lead, so I'm glad you did it, okay? So let's go out on the court and see which pro is brave enough, strong enough to use these rackets. Stay tuned. All right, so super fun experiment from my buddy Tang Feng. James from Singapore, Coach Gu. We went with lighter first, just smidge over 13 ounces. What'd you think of that? 13
ounces, I mean, this is like kind of similar to what I play with. Never played with the Pure Drive before, so this is the first. And
Pure Drive Tour.
Yeah, Pure Drive Tour, and probably my last, just not a huge fan. But it felt pretty good with all this weight, especially around the head and throat, as you could tell. He definitely customized the throat and all the way around the head, as you can pretty much tell. It's on there for sure, but it really stabilized the racket really well. I could still go after my shot with confidence, or probably a bit more confidence than what I usually play with the Babolat, but overall it felt really pretty fluid and stable, which I was really surprised about. But yeah, I would say this was a pretty successful one in my opinion.
Okay, so he customized it with a lot of lead. And then this one was even more lead than that. We're looking at smidge over 14 ounces.
I know, I'm playing baseball with this thing. You might find me in the minor leagues pretty soon with this thing. But this one was really interesting to use and unique to use as well, because as you could tell, he basically covered the whole, like, almost 3/4 of the racket.
Yeah,
right? If you think about it.
330, like 4 to 8.
That's a lot. Like, it's pretty much covered. If you think about it, it's covered all the way. And then, of course, he customized it. He also did it on the throat as well. Nothing's really changed on the throat wise, but on the head, it's completely covered. As you can tell from 4 to 8, it's covered all the way through lead. When I was hitting with this, my backhand was great. I didn't feel like I was fighting anything. I just let it go and it went. Forehand, on the other hand, it's pretty tough. I can't really take a big backswing on it. It has to be contact point and then trusting your finish. So covering the ball all the way through really mattered, because as you can tell, Harry was flying these damn balls all over the court and I was pissed off or frustrated. But yeah, it's really hefty to use. If I had to choose between the two, I think I prefer the light one, because I still have the flexibility of using that racket all the way through.
Yeah, so I understand what Coach Goo's talking about. So this one with the Polytour Pro, a little bit easier to turn up. It wasn't as hard. There wasn't as much drag. You actually had the opportunity to throw it up with the hand or the wrist or the arm if you wanted to. At 13-1-ish, it was slightly easier to do that. 14, though, is a different story. If you have problems hitting flat, this will make you hit flat.
That's your ball in general. I don't know what you're looking at me for, but
it's hard to actually flip it up or flick it up or turn it up. The momentum just kind of wants to go through the court, and that's basically what it did. It's like what Coach Goose said. I was flying the balls, and they were pretty much going kind of straight through. But I mean, I enjoyed it. I think it'll just take me a little bit longer to get used to the weight and figure out the swing. But
you like that one. I know you do.
Yeah, I definitely would prefer the heavy, just because I like heavy.
Yeah, yeah, you like power. You just don't like control.
No, it's all about armory.
Sure, okay.
Power.
Whatever you like to say it.
So I can't keep it in with this one. It was literally difficult. But like I said, it'll probably just take me a little time to learn the contact point and learn the sweeping point. But I'm glad you sent us these, and I'm glad we got to try these, because I wouldn't have let it up this much myself. So I'm glad, my buddy James did it for us.
I know. So I don't know about you touching these rackets. I don't trust you enough.
But yeah, thank you for the rackets.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
we appreciate it for sure.
So the one thing that we both did was take the dampeners off or move the dampeners.
We're not dampener users.
Yeah,
we're definitely not dampener users.
By moving it down or taking them off, definitely more feel.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, and we enjoyed that. But
yes, we did.
Thank you, James.
Yes, thank you, James.
Appreciate you. Thanks for the rackets. If you want to test out heavy rackets yourself, add a lot of lead and see what happens. All right? You probably will get a flatter ball. All right? Coach Goo, thank you for joining me today.
Of course, of course.
Where can we find you?
You can find me at HGs@tennis. I'll also be posting content there as well.
All right. Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.